Hi, I'm Kass and this is Honey.
And we're regular Canadians enjoying weed. And we're here with an Ontario visitor, come a long way, Tammi from the High Canada magazine, and many other things. Khronik Kreations.
Khronik Kreations.
We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you to have me.
We're blessed.
Thank you for inviting me to your lovely space.
Thank you for climbing into
With
this beaver
cheese.
bed with us.
With
It's
cheese.
true.
And eating this cheese plate.
It's all about the weed and cheese.
Now explain to us all about High Canada magazine out there in the beaver colony. She's kind of a big deal.
The beaver colony.
Do we roll it?
So High Canada magazine is just a, well, it started out as, well, it was all craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing was legal. So for the first 3 years, 3 years, geez, yeah, 3 years, it was craft market.
Okay.
Yes.
So was it originally like an advertising magazine for the craft market, or?
No, it focused on craft companies,
Mhm.
but it did very important stories. So it focused on grassroots issues, a lot of the original, I don't know, the original industry,
The original
people,
Canadian,
I guess, of
Yeah, the OGs from the Canadian
the
industry.
community.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
original like Canadian activists and industry people, and previously in the underground, now like in this sort of transition phase.
Were you one of the founding?
Nope, I came along 3 years ago, after the Indigenous Cannabis Cup, where I met Mellow Moments,
Mhm.
who I've basically been friends with since that event. Yeah, and she was also involved with the magazine. She was a writer. She helped give some people in the craft space in Toronto and on the reservation out near where she lives. Some exposure and some assistance.
Oh,
Right.
she
Oh,
might.
actually-
it sounds like she might be in that issue,
She-
and she might be
she kind
in
of
this
is in
beaver.
that-
She's in this beaver and she's in this magazine.
Absolutely. So I got involved after the Indigenous Cup, and then a few months after that, the publisher of the magazine moved out here, like more mainland area, and so then I just became the editor for Ontario because it's a very large. For a long time, the magazine focused on a lot of Ontario stuff, so I just continued on with the focus on Ontario.
Did you have a background in writing?
So when in my early years, I first went to college. Round one was I wrote a business plan on starting a magazine.
Awesome.
However, it was like 1998, and the internet was just about to take off. And so I was like on the way out before I was on the way in. It was already fucking done before I tried. You know what I mean? It was already, print was dead.
Video killed
Internet,
the radio star.
yes.
Yeah.
That
got
being
it.
said-
Internet killed
And who
the
could have known the
journalist
internet
star.
wasn't just a fad?
Oh my god. So,
Kind of a big deal.
but I decided to go ahead and I just continued on and I wrote my business plan and I came up with my idea for my magazine and all this shit.
yeah.
Didn't matter. I mean, I obviously didn't pursue it. I went to finance like any sensible,
You're like, I know a sinking ship when I see it.
any sensible person whose dream was about to be killed by reality. I went into finance and then, whatever, regrouped. So I have somewhat, and I've always wrote for either like local newspapers or like on the side kind of stuff. So
I was just about to say that, like, sometimes it's true that sometimes around your uni age you have to or post university you have to reassess and be
Burst
like,
the
you know
bubble.
what, maybe I can't be a professional actress. Like, maybe I can't be a J-Lo's backup dancer. Maybe
that's not
I
gonna
can't
happen
be,
for me.
like, and so then you're like, okay, so a thing I can do is work in finance, work in some sort of job
right.
that I don't hate, and then also like dance on the side at
right.
like my local dance club,
There
or
you
like
Ah, local strip bar.
exactly.
Right,
Like, yeah.
yes.
And so, or like work in a magazine
Never
that
pays the
you're
bills.
passionate about.
Absolutely.
That and
Yeah.
so that's a beautiful, healthy way to both fulfill your passions and not be like starving on the eating.
Because I am
ramen
a
noodles.
Pisces. I am naturally creative by nature. So, but I'm also very balanced in that I have to be practical too. I can't just be fucking all over the place, right? So I kind of have to have a balance of you know, that's what cannabis has really done too. Industry has done for me too, right? Because it's not been legal for long. So for a lot of years, it was like a secret life. It was great. World of finance by day.
Cannabis worker by night. Criminal by night.
Popping up running with my blue bins on the GO train to Toronto in a back alley to sell my edibles and like show up for work the next day and just be like, sorry, I'm
Here I am, law-abiding
Margins are looking extremely profitable this year.
I'm not really sure why I'm tired, but I'm here.
Maybe it's because I'm not liking of the drug industry.
Like, boss, you rock.
But
That's amazing.
it was fun. It was fun. I can't say that that was exciting. Like now it sucks, right? Now everybody knows. I love my job. Like I love the people I work with. It's and they've been very receptive and open to learning about stuff that I would never been able to say to them 10 years ago. I can say now. They want to know. Like they genuinely want to. I've given people treats. I've given people teas and ointments and everybody's totally open to the option of using them as a whatever.
Has anyone ever wrecked themselves on one of your treats and come back and been like, ah?
No, not from like a work or anything type of a situation, but like
your other story.
We've had people.
I have been,
like we all want to do that when we, you know, when
I don't have a great track record with my friends, so I am. I can do the honors.
Yeah,
I love hearing that, and totally, there's so many people in our society who need someone to kind of be their first, you know, guide into cannabis, into weed enjoyment, and teach them, you know, oh, it's actually not scary, and you can have this edible, and this, that, you know, and like me, you know, someone who works in finance also enjoys it and writes articles about it, and that can totally unpack that stigma that they're coming with.
And I always say to them, don't just take what I'm saying, like educate yourself. I'm like, you guys are highly educated people. How could you be so like in a day and age when you can just pick up your phone and find something else?
Well, and not everyone's good at the same things, really. Or like even you know, lots of people. I mean, my parents, for example, are highly educated people who worked their entire lives and, you know, had never even really heard of cannabis in like that way. You know, in the 60s they'd maybe heard of it, but probably hadn't even really dabbled in it. And there's a learning curve involved with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that, like, I hope more and more people sort of read this magazine and find that, you know, find that information. And I think that's what's happening. That's what we're trying to do. Get it out there on the interwebs.
Spread the internet word, everybody. High Canada Magazine.
Absolutely.
And so, as well as High Canada Magazine, I feel like you have a few other projects.
Things going on.
Just give us a rundown. Give us a little abridged, or even not abridged, resume.
Well, one of them was
activity list.
One of them was my dessert last night in bed.
Oh, geez, the cookie?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Night.
Very nice nightcap. Thank you.
So good.
Yeah. We've been around for several years, and we've done all kinds of markets and whatever, but there's a team of about 5 of us, but 2 of us, which is me and Chantel. We do all of we've done the hot box pop-ups, the Planet Paradise, everything in Toronto, everything in Hamilton. We've done Niagara, back alley to large event spaces, from wake and bake breakfasts to 5-course sit-down meals to...
We got to get ourselves out to Ontario. That sounds like a good time out there.
This sounds so fun.
Yeah.
And now, would you like to join us?
We're inserting a surprise guest, everybody.
Okay,
So tell us about your baking company.
Yep. So it's, that's
right.
Khronik Kreations.
Yes.
Started out, we just made treats for our friends, like anything. And then once we realized, oh shit, weed's going to be legal maybe at some point, whatever. Okay, let's do this. And then we just ran with it.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's not going to ever be legal. It's going to take a long time for it to be legal to our level.
Yeah. I feel like you guys, which is, again, frustrating, but...
we don't care because we're craft. Like, we're craft, gray market for life.
Yeah.
Silver market.
Whatever.
And... yeah, totally. And I think being in it early, like you say, it's going to be worth it. Like, even if it's tough right now, being here in prohibition and in early legalization, it means that hopefully you will be the major beneficiaries later and be the most set up.
But just really
in
about
community and in
it being more acceptable. Like for us, if we could just like book one event every weekend, and do like parties and like that's ultimately all we're looking to do. We're not looking to, we're just looking to have fun doing what we like to do.
Yeah.
And be able to pay for it. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it's just not mainstream yet. It's not acceptable to be like the cannabis counter. Like now we gotta like LP weed and like, shut up.
Hide
So we're just,
everything,
we still have to
box
hide.
everything,
It's worse now than it was when we were popping up in back alleys. It was a lot more easier to do when we were doing it that
Back
way.
in
It was easier popping up in back alleys than it is with legalization. Legalization killed the craft market.
It's true. It's made
And it
very
didn't kill
difficult.
it. It just forced us back to what we were doing before and having to become more creative and trying to get our shit out there. But Instagram, social media is very, has been wonderful.
It's a big help.
It's a huge effective tool.
But they're just watching that LP market tank right now. It's just like the writing's on the wall, and it's
Oh, it's been on the wall forever.
and so they just it will change because it will have to.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna want to make money, so craft market will open.
And like the government should want to make money. They should want to be making 50 cents off of every cookie you sell. Whereas right now they're making 0 cents. Like, it's simple math, guys.
Yeah, but they will. But they can't admit total like.
It's like just
They can't admit that they totally fucked up
Some-
right away.
Oh,
well,
It's gonna
and-
take
They
a
won't
little
have
bit.
control that way.
and
they
some
can
people
take a
can eat
little
a
time.
10 milligram item. Some people can eat a 1,000 milligram item. Like,
Everybody's
this is
different.
a fact.
Yeah,
They need to have a market for both consumers.
that's right.
My mom and a cancer patient, or a heavy recreational user, or
Yep.
it needs to have both
That's right.
safely.
Correct.
Hey,
Thank
and
you for having us. Really, I appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be back to the den. Maybe we'll bring you
soon.
something cute to add to your
Oh,
beautiful
Find you
little.
another beaver.
Every time we come, we'll bring you something to add to the den.
I think you did give us the most amazing gift ever. Girl Guide cookies! Like seriously?
have you ever put those in the freezer?
That's
Oh,
where
the
they came
best.
from.
I didn't know.
Literally
I didn't know.
everyone is like, yes.
Oh,
I didn't know. Oh my god. Okay.
You
No,
are
you
not
can't-
a Canadian.
You can't have it
I'm a
unless
fake
you.
Canadian.
Yeah, you need a cold cookie.
Okay, got it. Cold cookie.
Even with a hot tea or a hot chocolate. Oh, it's like freaking
Oh my
magic.
god. We freaking, how about with our freaking wake and bake infused coffee that we got
Wakey
from our
bakey.
next guest, who you'll be seeing very soon, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much, you guys, for coming.
Yes, thank
Traveling
you for
all the
having
way
us.
from Ontario. We
Thank
will see you very soon again.
Absolutely.
And we'll be checking out Khronik Kreations, High Canada Magazine, your Instagrams, all of that amazing
We will be
stuff.
stalking you in all of the places.
And we'll be
Fun,
smoking
fun.
doobies like this again. That was freaking delicious and amazing. Like, ugh. And now dessert.
I still want to smoke the pickle butter.
Girl,
Oh, you want some of this
and
pickle?
Smoke the pickle.
She wants in
You
on
can
this pickle.
Smoke that pickle
I like
while we
smoking
Get
say
in on it.
Thank
you
you.
so much, Canada, for watching.
Don't forget to enjoy responsibly.
And don't drive high, but smoke that pickle.
That's right.
And
Smoke the
eat cheese
pickle.
plates.
Yes, man.
Uh-huh.
Cheese.
And make
Oh.
dope friends.
And empower future beavers. Girl Guide cookies. Wondered if she wanted to come in.
Would you guys like to come in and have some cheese and some weed?
Are you?
There's cheese and weed in
I
here.
heard a cough.